Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a impressions slash wrap up of Microsoft's 2010 E3 press conference. Let me first start off with Call of Duty Black Ops. Now, if you don't know, this is the next Call of Duty game that comes out in November, and it's based in Vietnam and a couple other places, like I've heard Russian Embassy and stuff like that. And the graphics, first of all, do seem to be a big improvement above Modern Warfare 2, and the explosions and destruction in this game, it made, like, every explosion looked unique, and it really had, like, a sense of scale, and it, like, that the explosion really had an impact, like, you could see things moving, and it looked really good. And, like, there's the scene where they're flying the helicopter around, and you can see, like, these whole environments, and the whole world just seems huge. There wasn't no render pop-ins or texture load-ins. Everything was already loaded, and it just looked really good in this huge jungle in Vietnam. It looked really nice, and there's not much more I can say about the game. It said that they did say, though, that the Xbox version of Black Ops is going to get DLC before the PlayStation version. And the next thing I want to talk about is Project Natal, which is now called Kinect, Kinect. I'll get back to that in a second. Metal Gear Rising. We've seen the actual first gameplay of the game, and it seems to be very heavily sword based and cutting. Like, it seems you can cut almost anything in half, and cut that in half again, and then cut that in half. Like, they showed a guy getting hit in the air, and then they cut off his legs, and then they cut off his arm, and then they cut off his other arm while he was still in the air, and it was just like clean cuts, and it just looked really cool, like in slow motion, and the precision of the cuttings was just really cool, and how they would just cut a car in half, like, just in seconds with a sword, and I was like, oh my god, that looks so sick. Once again, Metal Gear Solid games always have superb graphics, so does this one. They also, a little funny thing at the end was, there's like a watermelon on the table, and you see the character go up and just go and then just keep chopping it in little smaller pieces. Yeah, me and my friend were laughing about that. Next is Gears of War 3. Gears of War, my favorite series on the Xbox 360. I was waiting for E3 to see the first gameplay of this, and I am not disappointed. The Gears 3 was the most exciting thing that Microsoft had to show, in my opinion. I was just like, I just could not stop staring. I don't think I blinked once. All the characters in Delta Squad, male and female, have redesigned looks. Like, they've aged, actually, because in between Gears 1 and Gears 2, they looked the exact same. There was no real aging. But now from Gears 2 to Gears 3, you can actually see the difference. No one has armor on their arms anymore. All of them are cut-offs, just like Cole. And the roadie run system seems to have an improvement. It doesn't seem to be as much hunched over running. You still have a little bit of a hunch. This is just what I've seen, because they only roadie runned a few times, but it doesn't seem to be like you're completely bent over running. The cover system does look like it has some tweaks, and you may notice that the main new characters you're still fighting Locust, but you're mainly going to be fighting the Lambent in this, and they're just like these mutated, radioactive kind of things that will eat Locust, they'll kill you, they'll kill anything, basically. It's got 4-player co-op, looks super bloody, lots of destruction, really good graphics. It really pushes Unreal Engine 3. And you can now play as female characters in Gears of War, which has you've never been able to do that before. There's a couple new weapons, and there was things where, like, in co-op you could, like, toss weapons to each other and give each other ammo and stuff like that. I really like that. And I'm talking too much about Gears right now. Let me move on. Next they showed Fable 3, and they said that's actually going to come out October 26th this year, and it's heavily choice-based, just like the previous Fable games, which I really like that about Fable, because I'm the kind of person that always goes to the good side, and I always like getting the rewards of being a good person. Occasionally I'll go bad character if I make like a second save file, but I'm always the good guy, and I really like that in Fable. how you pick what you want to be, and that's why I like the Fable series, and I'm looking forward to Fable 3. Next game they showed was Codename Kingdoms, and they just showed a trailer of just, no, I don't know what it's about. I cannot tell you anything. It's just some guys on screen. No gameplay, no hint at what it's about. I know nothing. Next they showed Halo Reach. They showed, apart from the campaign mode, 4-player co-op I believe, and it just looks like this good old Halo co-op fun, you know. There's a couple little tweaks with the HUD system and the weapons look different and stuff like that, but it still looks promising. Now let's talk about the Kinect, which is Project Natal. They showed a couple games. None of them did anything for me. I totally believe they just butchered the launch of Kinect. I was so excited for this. Things like Milo at last E3 blew my mind. I was like, okay, that would be cool. Stuff like that would be cool. Implement it into games. Make it good. Everything they showed, just, I was like, that's so dumb. Why are you doing that, Microsoft? You're totally going too casual. There's a point where you can go to the casual market. I'm glad to go to the casual market, but they're going way too casual. I mean, I was just like, oh my god, why are they doing that now? Like, they're ruining it. Some of the things that made me not want it was Kinect Sports. What more can I say? Like, it's just track and field ping pong. It's basically Wii Sports for Kinect, and I don't really want that. I want good games for Kinect. I mean, if you look at the Move, they've got cool games like Sorcery and Heavy Rain when it gets the patch, and all sorts of cool games like that are having support on Microsoft. They really didn't have anything like that. Joyride, it's an avatar kart racer. Don't really care too much about that. I'll go play Mario Kart. Way better looking, and probably this... I'm just a little upset about Microsoft's presentation of Kinect so far. Kinectimals, it's, I guess you have a virtual pet. It's kind of going after PlayStation's, what's it called, iPet? The one where you have the little pet on the screen. It's kind of the same thing. Going way too casual for my taste. Adventures, it's just like a roller coaster grab coin thing. I cannot see them charging $60 a piece for these things. I simply cannot. They better be $10 downloads on the marketplace, because I don't see these things selling at all. There's just simply not enough content for these things to sell for $60. Not even $50 or $40. It's got to be under 30, preferably 10 to 15 on the marketplace, because I think they're... I can't stress it enough how bad the presentation of Natal... not Natal... Kinect. They're making it just not appeal to gamers, really. Your Shape, Ubisoft's fitness game. Once again, none of these games really relate to gaming in general. I mean, there are games, but they're too casual. Next is Dance Central, made by Harmonix, and it's a dance-based game. It's like a rock band dancing game, and that's the only one of those games that they showed that remotely made me excited about that. Yeah. They did show Star Wars for Kinect, and I know what you're thinking, oh, that's gotta be cool. Not really, because it seems to be you're a player and you're only here, and you fight these guys that are right here. You only can turn like this and fight, and once you kill them, you like zoom forward to another spot. So then you're stuck here hitting these guys. You can't go back and forth like that. It just seems that you're only going forward to a next row. It seems kind of dumb. They showed some Forza stuff, and they said that it's going to be getting Kinect support, but they just showed like a walk around of a car and racing wheel. And the last thing is the new Xbox 360 design. It's slimmer, it's got sharp edges on it, it's got 250 gig hard drive, it's got Wi-Fi, and it's a lot quieter supposedly. So what I might recommend to you guys is don't buy the slim Xbox yet, because if Natal is coming out in November-ish, then they're going to be bundling it with the new Xbox, so you might as well get both at once. If you already have an Xbox now, I'd recommend not getting the new one yet. Wait until Kinect comes out and they bundle them together, and you can get both for a good price. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for some more E3 videos. Bye.